Hey there, welcome back to the athomedive YouTube channel. As always, my name is Joey and today we're in the kitchen making something fantastic. I got a request for a strawberry Victorian sponge cake. So today, that's what we're making. A simple, classic sponge cake with strawberry jam and a whipped filling. So sit back, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive right in. So on the counter today, we have a really simple list of ingredients. We're going to start with just the things to make the cake, and we'll move on to the filling later. So I have 235 grams of self-rising flour. I don't typically keep self-rising flour at home, so I have a recipe in the description below to convert your AP flour to self-rising flour. I also have 235 grams of caster sugar, which we just ground granulated sugar until it's halfway between powdered sugar and granulated sugar. Also, I have half a teaspoon of baking powder, 235 grams of unsalted butter, 4 large eggs, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Also, I have 2 8-inch cake pans here that are buttered on the sides and they have parchment in the bottom. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is take the baking powder and add it to the flour. Then I'm going to mix it well and set it aside. Now it's time to cream the caster sugar into the butter. So I'm simply going to add it and then I'm going to beat it with an electric mixer until it's smooth and fluffy. Now that our butter and sugar is creamy and fluffy, we're going to go ahead and add in the vanilla extract. Now we're going to beat the butter while adding the eggs one at a time. Now that all the wet ingredients are combined together, it's time to go ahead and add in the flour. We're going to add the flour all at once, but then we're going to beat it in with a whisk as opposed to an electric mixer. Now that we have the batter made, it's time to go ahead and divide it between the 2 pans. Alright. Now that we have it divided evenly between the 2 pans, it's time to go into the oven. The cake should take 20 to 25 minutes at 350 degrees. So we're going to check on them in about 10 minutes, rotate them, and go from there. All right, we are back. It's been 10 minutes, and as I promised, we're going to go ahead and rotate the pans around, switching sides to make sure we cook nice and even. And we'll be back in another 10 minutes. We are back, and it has been the additional 10 minutes after rotating the pans. We're going to go and pull the cakes out. And you can see here they've pulled away from the sides just a touch. That's a good sign that we've got to be at least close to done. But we're going to do the classic butter knife trick. And as you can see there, it does pull out of the first one clean, and it does the second one as well. So that's fantastic, and that lets us know that we're going to be done. I'm going to go ahead and turn the oven off and let these cool down for a little while, and then we'll take them out of the pan. So it hasn't been that long, but the cakes are cool enough to handle now. So what I'm going to do is just literally turn them right out of the pan and put them onto the cutting board to start cooling down. And then we'll come back once they've cooled to the touch. So we are back, and the cake is cool to the touch. So the next thing we're going to need to do is level off the top to get rid of the slight dome that we have here so that we can make it stack well. So what I'm going to do is just take a basic serrated knife, and I'm going to lay it close to flat. And I'm going to try to just make a nice even cut all the way across. As long as the cut's nice and even, that's the most important thing. It doesn't necessarily have to go all the way down to the base of the cake. As long as it's nice and even, it should sit and stack well. So once we peel the caps back, you can see that we have nice air pockets and the cake's nice and soft and it is cooked. So we have the 2 layers of cake here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these, you can choose which one, and I'm going to place it upside down right onto the plate that we're going to be putting our cake onto. And then I'm just going to go ahead and peel the paper off. So now I'm going to take 175 grams of strawberry jam and spread it all around the cake. It's important that you let your strawberry jam warm up to room temperature. You don't want it warm, but you don't want it cold either. Because whenever it's smooth, it is going to spread easier and make it a lot nicer and get rid of the clumps that's going to come with the natural jelly feel. Now we have to make the whipped cream filling. For the whipped cream filling, I have 300 milliliters or about 10 ounces of heavy whipping cream. I have 1 tablespoon of confectioner's sugar. This is optional, but I like it just a little bit sweet. I'm gonna go ahead and add it straight in, and then I'm gonna add in a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now I'm gonna get my electric mixer back out, and I'm gonna beat it until it's fluffy and has a nice consistency. Once the cream holds its shape in the beaters of the mixer, there's a good chance that it's ready. I'm spreading the cream around quite a bit. It doesn't have to be perfectly even. And the reason for that is we're going to go ahead and flip the other layer of cake. I'm going to press it right down over this one. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull off the layer of paper, and we have a nice, even, flat cake. At this point, it never hurts to go back and touch it up with a spatula. So I have the same spatula that we spread the jelly with, except it is clean. And I'm just going to go right around the outside. So here's our cake, but we're gonna go just one step further. I have a strainer and a spoon. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of confectioner's sugar, and I'm gonna go around the top and just tap the side of the strainer with the spoon. And that's gonna give us that beautiful light dusting of confectioner's sugar all over the top. That's gonna give it that signature dusted look. I am going to go ahead and just take one wipe around the outside to get rid of the excess sugar, just to make it just a little bit more presentable. There we have it, friends. That's our strawberry Victorian sponge cake. All right, well that wraps us up on how to make strawberry Victorian sponge cake. Comment below and let me know how yours turn out. If you liked the video, be sure to subscribe. Have a great day.